So what challenges do you face still?
What challenges do I face?
Yeah.
Man, every day is a challenge and every day is a blessing. Like, I look at it like every day I gotta fight this, and it's a demon every day. But I gotta be stronger than that. It's it's just so hard when it's everywhere you go. Anything I want to do, it's everywhere. So that's just the thing that makes it difficult. Then it's like times of season and stuff. Like now that the holidays are coming up, that's usually like it's weird. I thought that the summer would be easier, and then I was straight. I was like fishing with my friend, and then I said, "Wait, damn man, fishing goes good with beer." I was like, "Nah, I don't need no beer. We got to get some lemonade. We got to do something else." Cause I just wanted to switch it up,
Yeah.
and that's fine. I learned different ways to move with it. But like then the holidays come, and you know us. Oh, coquito, oh, this and that. Like, oh, it's cold, yo. I take some shots of rum, but my mind has to switch. It's all about trying to change, and stay around positive people. All I'm trying to do is get to as many meetings as I can.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that your family helps in a certain way because like when they throw parties, they're not having alcohol there for you, right?
This is the thing. I'm far away from my family.
Yeah.
I'm not the only family that I have here doesn't indulge in alcohol. They're my kids. Yeah. So all my stepchildren in Massachusetts. The rest of my family that lives in New York and everywhere else, they're far away from me, so I don't have to be around all that. But it's just like co-workers that I go, or people that I go around. They go to bars, they go bowling, they go play pool. So I turned into a homebody really. I work a lot. So my whole thing is work, take care of my son, and try to go to meetings. Like I got tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, I go to IOP. I go to these meetings. It's around other addicts, and we all help each other. We share experiences and talk to each other, and try to help each other, support each other and stuff. So I do that 3 times a week, and then I work the rest of the week. That's all I can do to keep my head off of stuff.
And that's good. You gotta keep doing that. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Relapse is real, and it's so real for so many people out there. I want to say, anybody, don't ever feel like you failed. You learn from your relapse. You never blame yourself or put yourself down. You kick yourself down. You get yourself up, because if you're alive, it's a blessing that day. You just got to learn from your mistake. What did I do wrong? Mm-hmm. Try to retrack and not to do it again. And that's it. That's all I can say to anybody.
That's true. I'm going to ask you a weird question. What was the worst episode you ever had?
Drinking?
Yeah, unless you got something else.
Shit, man.
Like, which one pops into your mind and you're like, what the fuck? What was I doing? Why? What was I thinking to go through this shit?
When I got hit by a van. I got hit by a commercial van. The dude's going like 65 miles an hour, ran the red light. I bounced off the van and ended up in the other lane. And oncoming traffic was coming, and a cab came, and she parked so that nobody would hit me. Yeah. Because if you were coming around the corner, you wouldn't see me.
Oh.
And so she put her car to block me off and to stay there and make sure that the ambulance came. And then there was no trauma unit back then where I lived. They had to take me to another state. They had to take me to Providence.
Oof.
So I woke up in Providence, my whole face purple, my whole left side was purple, and I was screaming. All I kept screaming was my legs, and I didn't know where I was at or whatever. And it was because I was a maintenance man in a bar. I worked in a bar, and I had finished my route, whatever. And when you finish your thing, you're allowed one drink if you want at the bar when you're off the clock. So I had my one drink, of course, a Long Island. And then some veterans that I know came and they were like, "Hey, yo, we'll buy you some drinks, whatever." And I had maybe a little bit too much, a couple or more. And then all I was thinking was I'm going to go home and I'm going to go grab my kids some sandwiches at this deli. I ordered the sandwiches. I was crossing the street. And just when I got on my bike to cross the street, the car just came and zoomed and hit me. And the thing that I could remember was after everything in the hospital, they checked my alcohol level. And the only thing that they didn't blame me in the case or whatever was because the guy was driving on a prior hit and run on a suspended license.
Mm-hmm.
He had hit somebody before.
Mm-hmm.
So when he hit me, he was running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but they checked my alcohol level and they were like, "Oh, but you were under the influence." I said, "What the fuck does that have to do?" Like, I didn't cross the street and I wasn't in the wrong. He ran the red light. The only thing that saved me was that I had 3 witnesses.
Mm.
And they all said that the guy just ran through and never stopped. He just never took his foot off the pedal. He just ran right through me like nothing.
Damn.
So it took me like a year to walk again, and it was just bad. Then everything was internal, no real like breaking of anything, but it took so much more to heal regardless. It was just bad. And how did I heal? Shit, I'm stuck at home. I can't work. I gotta wait for a lawsuit, and I'm drinking. You know, it was right, and I was just so lucky I was alive when I was in the hospital, and all I kept thinking was, where am I? And they were like, "You're in Providence." I was like, "Providence? How?" All I'm thinking about is my kids. I was like, "How am I gonna get home?" Like, it's bad. That changed me. That and just being a single parent, because I don't want to see my son suffer more.
And you do know that your son needs a father.
Huh?
And you know that your son needs a father. A father
Oh
figure.
yeah. Well, I'm both parents, so he needs me more than anything.
Mm.
Yes, indeed.
So February was the last time you relapsed?
Yeah.
And what are any other strategies other than going to your meetings and stuff has helped you to prevent that relapse?
You know what's crazy is actually being around other people that suffer from the same thing is bad. It's like, I don't know, sometimes your family or like people that are close to you can be the people that can make you relapse even more through being judgmental and not understanding. You know, they'll just tell you, "Oh, well, you go back and you'll go do the same shit again," and throw it in your head when it's not even in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Or just say negative things instead. When if you're trying to be around somebody that's supportive and the same positive things, it's good. But it could also backfire as well, you know, because 2 negatives don't equal a positive, you know?
Yeah.
It could go either way. Like, I like to try to go and meet people at my meetings and things. We go to another place, peer-to-peer, Fall River. It's really good too.
So what advice would you give someone who's going through the same thing you are? Like, example, people from your meetings. What advice would you give them?
Anybody that, if you feel that you have no control over it and you know it, I mean, we're all in denial. Any person is always in denial. You sit there and say, no, I don't have a problem, whatever, but you yourself know you have a problem and you tired of being sick and tired. Try to detox yourself and get everything out of your system. And once you do that, try to find a good support team and to try to stay that way. Try to stay clean. That's the best advice I could give, like, it's just that, and the people that are around you too, like your family, you got to try to see if you can get forgiveness, and if they don't forgive you right away, hey, you have to push on for yourself and try to make things right for yourself before you could do anything for anyone else. Try to put yourself around positive people that are going to support you. And if not, then you have to be the strongest person yourself. It's rough. It's an everyday struggle. People don't think it is. And it's so quick. It's like a light switch. You could not think about it and you could feel a certain way, like, oh, I'm good. And I went over a year straight, didn't think about it or nothing. And then somebody just set me off on and it's quick, especially when that's all you know. It could be something tragic. It could be something that makes you angry. It could be anything, especially when you suffer from. That's the thing that other people. Before I get off, there's two things that I wanted to touch on.
Go ahead.
A lot of things go back from mental health. Like, people don't understand. There's trauma. There's people that are addicts. Their parents had trauma. They had trauma. Their trauma. It goes on. There's certain ways you don't see it. We don't know what the hell our parents went through. They don't tell us everything. But there is some bit of them that has, some of them that have had some bit of traumatic experience in their life that makes them hard with us a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know shit. I got my ass tore up with a belt, and some people will be like, oh my God, I never hit my child. What are you doing? Like, I don't hit my kid, but that doesn't mean I didn't get my ass kicked either. You know what I mean?
True.
It just, you know that people that go through all this trauma, they find different ways to escape them. That's what I feel more than anything. Most of alcohol addiction and things come from something traumatic that happened in their past, and that they need to always look for that. That's someone's only escape. If there's no person that ever just became an alcoholic that felt like it. Someone always escaped something.
Yeah, you just gotta find out what that is, what they're escaping, what they're trying to escape.
Exactly. My brother, thank you for having me so much, yo. I gotta go pick up somebody right now.
No problem. Thank you very much for sharing your story. If you ever want to come back on and just vent, talk more, share your story, educate more people, you're more than welcome, okay?
Yeah, man. No doubt.
All right. Well, this is Double A Club signing out. You can catch us on Spotify, Iheart Radio, and Amazon Music. Say goodbye to my good friend Jay.
Yo, peace out, everybody. And everybody that's fighting and struggling, keep fighting. The struggle ain't over.